What's up, guys? Prince Donnell here, founder of Jumpin' Jack Tax, where we help online businesses thrive and also assist the everyday person to do more than survive. Now, today we're going to be talking about the benefits and the disadvantages of a sole proprietorship. If y'all watched my last video, I broke down what a sole proprietorship was. The most simple and easy form of business. Actually, 72% of businesses or new entrepreneurs, they start out as sole proprietors. I broke it down, very simple. I didn't go into the details between the pros and cons of a sole proprietorship and an LLC and S Corps and C Corps. It wasn't about that. I just was breaking down the basics, and now I'm going to be talking about the benefits and the disadvantages of a sole prop now that you saw my last video. If you did not watch that, please go ahead and do so you can stay on course as far as from a knowledge standpoint. Now, let's talk about the benefits and disadvantages of a sole proprietorship. Number one, you got started. Now, you got a lot of people who are online and they say, hey, you should go directly into an LLC. You should go directly into a corporation. You should do it this way. You should do it that way. Listen, my only concern for you at this current moment as a new entrepreneur is you getting started. You taking action. You taking the steps of generational wealth for your family. And if that means going ahead and putting that product out online, putting that service out online and starting to make money, so now you're a sole proprietor, then so be it. Congratulations, right? So the benefit is you got started, because a lot of people, they don't get started and they're still trying to plan out their product for the next 3 years and they decided to do nothing. So I'm proud of you for getting started. That's what entrepreneurs do. We make it happen out of nothing. So that's one of the main benefits of you getting started. Number two, a sole proprietorship is simple, it's easy, and most times it's free. So if you started generating revenue online, the second that you started earning money outside of your employment, outside of W-2, then you already are considered a sole proprietor. It's simple. It's the easiest form of business, right? You are the business owner. There's no legal distinction between you and the business. You are the owner. Okay, so it's simple and it's easy. And it's great for those who are just starting out in entrepreneurship. You're trying to get your feet wet. You're trying to grow, right? It's a great way to start. So I'm proud of you again for getting started. The next thing is you have full control of your business. Now there's a high level of benefits to that, and there are some disadvantages to having full control of your business. But the beauty is you call the shots, right? You're the one. You're the sole proprietor. Everything runs through you. There's no partners here. There's no outside forces. It's you running the show and figuring out a way to be able to create success. So a sole proprietorship is great for my new entrepreneurs. Now, as you continue to grow, as your liability grows, and by the way, as your revenue grows, your liability grows. And as sometimes with a business that you start, liability starts from the very beginning that you even start the business, depending upon certain industries that you're in. So that's where now the disadvantages of a sole proprietorship comes into play, where I'm going to simply break that down for you. Okay, so let's move on over here. Let's talk about some of the disadvantages. The main disadvantage of a sole proprietorship is asset protection. Okay? Now let's break that down very simple. Let's say you're somebody who sells food. Okay? You have a catering business and you are selling food to the public. Well, there's a liability in place there. Say somebody got sick. Say somebody got food poisoning. Say somebody had an allergy. Well, guess what? They're going to sue you. And we live in the United States of America, the land of the sue. People can sue for anything that they want these days, okay? So there's no asset protection with you having a sole proprietorship. Why? Because you are the business, which means that they're going to sue you personally, but by having a LLC, a limited liability company, that allows you to separate your personal assets from the actual company itself. Setting up an LLC or a corporation, it shields your personal assets if indeed you are sued. So that is one of the main disadvantages here, okay? Now with having an LLC, just because you start that single member LLC, that doesn't mean that you're saving any money on taxes. All of this simply means is that if you don't have an LLC, and there's no asset protection there, which is very, very important. Okay, but like I said, as you begin to grow and make more money, then liability rises and you want to graduate from a sole proprietorship to LLC very quickly, or if you're in an industry that's considered high risk, such as food, dealing with kids, or anything of that nature, then you want to automatically go into an LLC or a corporation very quickly, because